I just got excited because Lee's got some really exciting news about something cool that we can do at Andertons, and I think it's exciting, and Lee's about to tell you all about it when he's finished looking on his phone. I'm not stalling for time or anything.
Right there, right down there.
Anderton!
Hi guys, it's the Captain here, and our next video, to le jour, for the day, is an exciting one. It's a kind of, again, it's a range review. About 6 months ago, Jackson launched this idea of being a USA custom select dealer. Now that meant that a very small number of stores around the world were appointed as a place where you can go to spec your own Jackson guitar that will then be made in the Jackson USA custom shop and delivered to you shortly afterwards. Sorry about that.
Who's phoning you?
It was actually Andertons were phoning me. And the turnaround time's pretty quick, so within about 3 months you get a guitar. And here's an example of one we had made up earlier.
Do it.
So this
Look at that.
is a USA custom select Jackson Dinky that I specified, so things like the neck and the colour and the pickup options and the fact it's got a Floyd on it and the types of inlays, the sort of abalone inlays. So Rob's going to pick this. Rob's going to plug this in and shred out on it. But if you think to yourself, do you know what? I fancy something like that. Could be maybe you want a Dinky or a Randy Rhodes or some of the other classic Jackson shapes. Then give us a call. Speak to one of the guitar guys, and they'll take you through some of the options that you could have. Money-wise, expect to pay anything from about £2,000 to £3,000.
Wow.
To have one of these made, but you know, it could conceivably be a one-of-a-kind guitar for you. It says up here, look, made in USA, custom shop.
That's pretty special for just 2,249 English Imperial credits.
Well, that's this particular one.
That particular one.
Nice case, the case that comes with it.
I do like the case actually.
Jackson.
Looks a bit like one of the gun cases I saw at Target.
Jackson, Jacks off. Jackson, Jacks off. Jacks off.
I'm Rob Chappers and I'm at Andertons.
I'm the Captain and I work here too.
And the reason I'm singing that is because I just saw a really, really cool film about LARPing, which was awesome.
Frozen polar bears?
No, not Frozen Polar Bear. No,
what's that one?
No. Do you want to build a snowman?
Do you want to build a snowman?
No, not Frozen.
Yes, I do.
No, the
Use
Knights
a
of
carrot for his nose.
Knights of Badassdom, which absolutely I couldn't recommend it higher. It's better. Knights of Badassdom. Go and watch it. Check it out.
Knights of Badassdom is a porno.
No, it's not.
And it must be.
No, no.
Well, it should be.
It should be. Yeah. Come on.
What's it about then?
It's about a group of people that go LARPing, which
What's
is
LARPing?
Live action role play league.
Oh.
Where you dress up as a dwarf or an elf or a dragon, then you go out and fight people and stuff with foam rubber swords.
Just a minute, let me roll a 6 so I can strike you with my sword.
Yes, and what you do is you get things like, I don't know, plectrums and or Kit Kat rabbits. You go lightning bolt, lightning bolt, lightning bolt, heal, and it's more fun than you could shake a giant staff at. Anyway,
Gandalf, let's get back to it.
Lee has very kindly given me to use for this demonstration this beautiful Jackson Dinky from the custom shop that he specified himself, because as you know, Captain Lee is a giant fan of 80s shred metal, and again, it's one of these guitars that looks just as good on the back as it does from the front. Should a good
Where
woman.
is Gandicam?
Gandicam?
Ah, there it is.
Turn it on and I'll slap it. Tell me when it's got the red dot.
It's got the red dot.
Oh! So, Gandicam, take a look at the top.
That's purdy.
That's pretty. Take a look at the back.
That's purdy too.
Guys, do you like the use of the second camera like this? I think it's kind of cool because it gives you an insight into the world of Chappers and Lee.
So the idea with Jackson Custom Select was that a very small number of dealers in the world, of which Andertons is one, let me just turn this off now.
Surprise.
Were asked by Jackson if we would like to be custom select dealers, and essentially what it is it's aimed at guys like you and you and you
and you
and you and you to basically be able to come into Anderton, sit down, go through a whole spec of options on a Jackson guitar with a trained professional, and essentially sort of design your own Jackson. Now I've got on my phone here a teeny weeny PDF of all the options that are available. Look at those. Oh, hang on.
My word.
So for example, Yeah, I mean, you could decide, you could have a classic Jackson body style. This is a dinky. You could have a soloist or a Randy Rhodes or any of the classic ones. You could choose the type of timber it's made from. Not that that makes any difference to the tone, obviously. You could decide the top on it. You could decide the headstock type, fingerboard woods, inlays, logo types, fret wires.
In other words, the
finishes.
specification, in case you were wondering what Lee was talking about.
Yeah, you got all sorts of pickup options. You could go with DiMarzio's, Seymour Duncan's,
I have a question.
EMG's.
Could you spec a cheaper guitar? Like, could you go, I want just a Strat type body and a bolt-on neck, and it would be cheap?
No, you have to have. It's got to be a Jackson body style.
Yeah.
You could certainly say I'd like a bolt-on neck. This is in fact a bolt-on neck.
But could you just have like a no-finish bolt-on neck, one humbucker Floyd, and it would be like under $1,000?
Yep, it wouldn't be under $1,000. But your pickup configurations, you can have one humbucker if you want. You can have two humbuckers like this. You can have HSS humbucker single coil. You can have left-handed. Loads. I mean, ultimately, it's loads of different types of Jackson. You couldn't say could I have a Telecaster, for example. You can even elect to have it master built, which is where you sort of name the builder from the custom shop that you want it to sort of be done. But the idea is you come into Andertons or you contact us by telephone or email. We'll go through this option with you. They do 7 strings, 8 strings, whatever, and then we send this off to Jackson. They come back with a quote for you. And then that's up to you whether you want to take it from there or not.
First dude that comes up with a twin neck 8-string is just going to win the internet, isn't he?
He's going to win.
That will happen.
Absolute twin neck 8-string.
Yeah.
Absolutely. No, 1 8-string, 1
16.
7-string.
16.
You need it. Obviously, price-wise, the dinky that we've gone for actually is probably one of the more basic guitars that you could go in terms of price. So money-wise, expect these to kind of start from about $2,000. Which, to be honest with you, if you're buying a custom-made, handmade American guitar by any of the top companies, whether it be Fender, Jackson, I don't know, Suhr, Anderson, whoever.
And Jackson are very well reputable for being, they're good.
Well, this is, I think most people perhaps have, certainly for the last 20 years or so, would just assume Jackson with a Far Eastern made brand. So this is kind of bringing it back to the custom shop
roots.
Sort of, top end. I think the spec of this one was, it's got a couple of Seymour Duncans on it, original Floyd Rose, ebony board, abalone inlays with the classic shark tooth, reverse headstock. I mean, it's just I was actually quite conservative when designing this because I kind of wanted it to look like a classic dinky style rather than anything too out there. Comes with a nice case, as you saw earlier. But shall we? So really, the point of this video is not to tell you about this specific guitar.
No, it's to say, imagine your dreams. Your dreams can be real and in your hands if you have some money and you tell Andertons exactly what you'd like from arguably one of the best custom shops that exists.
Yes.
And probably taught a lot of the world how to custom shop.
So in true Jackson 80s style, we've got this rocking good Marshall amplifier behind us.
Activate the Marshall, Lee.
Boost pedal just to give it some juice. Thank you, Mr. C. I did my best. And in fairness, I was ably helped with this by Matt, one of our most experienced guitar guys who he loves a bit of 80s shred as well. Yes. So, it's a great guitar.
Yeah, let's put it in the middle position and just see how that sounds. Okay. Backed off of. It's got that thing where it takes a note and makes it sound nice.
It's just a great guitar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, really is. I mean, I think, again, I know that I do appreciate that when you get into sort of top of the range guitars, it's I don't even know what the name of that curve is, exponential or whatever it is.
Great.
But I do appreciate that once you get past a certain point, you pay almost like a disproportionate amount more to have a sort of a smaller increase in quality.
I think you do this if you know exactly what you want,
yeah,
and you can't find it in a standard guitar, because arguably you could find a guitar that for £1,500 would play as nice, but if this is what you specified because it's exactly what you want as an artist,
yeah,
it's worth every penny.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the G chord.
It's quite
by the way.
Dark sounding, isn't it, acoustically? Yeah. I've got a feeling, I can't even remember. Flip it over again.
That's definitely mahogany.
I think we made this out of mahogany, yeah. It was about 6 months ago that I gave them the spec. I'd have to look it up to remember what I did.
Annie.
Which is unusual, really, because if I was going for a completely standard sort of dinky,
Lee, you always have
made
mahogany bodies.
I know I do.
It's mahogany.
No, I don't think it is.
No?
I'm not sure.
Well, it feels like the weight of mahogany.
It does feel heavy.
Does it not say in the case? Is there not a spec list?
I'll tell you where it might say. Would it say? It might say on the... I wonder if it's in here. Is there something in here? Cut. I don't know, does it say anywhere what the spec was of this thing? No, that's just the brochure that comes with it.
Oh well.
I'll tell you where it will say. It will say on the Andertons website
where the specification lies for this particular beast.
Because I would have said to the web team when I ordered this, make sure you put this spec on there. So, but it's a pretty guitar. It's a pretty guitar.
Okay, well, before we end this video, hold it so that you're holding it. Now it's worth twice as much because the great and glorious captain of Anderton.
I don't want that plectrum.
You don't want this plectrum? It's cool. It's the prototype new one from that company.
My wife gave me this kind of what do you call it? Like leather thong bangle thing like that.
That's pretty. It's very pretty.
So I kind of, I feel like I should wear it, but it does get in the way somewhat. And
I've got one as well. Look, mine's made of wood.
But it's got a metal bit on it, and I'm worried it's going to ding the guitars.
Well, that'll make it even be relict then.
It'll be relict, and I can charge
Captain
more
relic.
for it. Sounds great.
What you want is that. use that as well. Use that.
Throaty,
Thumbs up for Lee. I've been Rob.
And I've been the captain.
I've been jealous of this guitar.
And I've been enjoying myself playing this as well because this is a beauty.
I've eaten too many Kit Kats.
And I had a biscuit with a Cadbury's cream egg in the middle of it.
Yes, he did. It was really nice.
It was revolting. See you later.
Bye.